मंगलमय मंगल करण वीतराग विज्ञान नमो ताहि जाते भये अरिहंतादि महान करि मंगल करि हो महा ग्रंथ करन को काज जाते मिले समाज सब पावे निज पद राज। Pandit Prabhat Todarmal ji has written this Moksha Marg Prakashak, and in that we are into fourth chapter, wherein the chief cause of all our miseries are false belief, false knowledge, and false conduct. And there, the characteristics of perverse belief that we covered yesterday, and also purposeful and purposeless elements that also we covered yesterday. And today we are going further into that only, the tendency of wrong belief. So one thing was very certain yesterday, that knowing, not knowing, wrong knowing, unconcerned substances, purposeless substances does not make a difference. Okay. And there the cause is the Jnana karma. But when we talk of purposeful elements, then wrong knowing, there the chief cause is darshan mohniya karma. Okay. So because of darshan mohniya karma, there is a false belief, and because of false belief, the soul suffers. Okay. So that is what was discussed yesterday. And we'll continue about the wrong belief, discussion about wrong belief. And today we will be covering the errors regarding 7 fundamentals, wrong belief about 7 fundamental elements. So we begin on page number 110. Rajesh, should I make you a co-host? You will be able to share the text.
I don't think so, sir. I'll be able to share the text, but I've got the paper. I can read it.
Okay, so you start reading, no problem.
Yeah. The tendency of wrong belief. Now the tendency of wrong belief. So before that, I just wanted to know, you said because of darshan moha karma, we have wrong belief. We have, oh, I
Right,
just was noting down. Because of darshan moha karma,
right.
what is after that?
So darshan, because of darshan moh karma, which is an instrumental cause,
Yeah.
the soul has the wrong belief.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now the tendency of wrong belief found in mundane beings is described here. Though belief is to be described, yet the description is being given with the emphasis on cognizance, because the belief follows knowledge. Wrong belief about the self, jeev, non-self, or jeev tattvas. The self jeev is from the beginningless time. He assumes different modifications owing to the instrumentality of karmic matter. There he relinquishes the former modification and assumes new modification. And that modification is a conglomerated form of bondage of the one self soul and corporeal body of infinite matter particles atoms. And I am this. Such sort of I-ness feeling in that modification is found to this Jeev. And he himself is Jeev's soul. His intrinsic nature is knowledge, perception, etc. And the alien dispositions are anger, etc. And the color, smell, taste, touch, etc. are the nature of the matter particle atoms. All these characteristics he believed to be his own nature. These are mine. This type of mindness feeling is found in them, non-self things. And he himself is a jeev. the increasing, decreasing states of knowledge, etc., and the anger, passion, etc., are his modifications. And the changing of color, etc., is a modification of matter, particles, atom. All these forms he believes to be his own modification. This is my state. Such a sort of mindness feeling is held by him. Further, there exists cause and effect relationship between the jeev, soul, and the body. Hence, whatever movement or action takes place, he believes it to be as his own. Perception, knowledge, sentience is one nature, and the touch, etc., material senses, which are parts, limbs of the body, are merely instrumental to his activity. This misbeliever, treating this as is one with himself, believes that I touched by hand, etc., tasted by tongue, smelled by nose, saw by eyes, heard by ears. Further situated in the heart is the material mind made up of specific material particles called manovargana in the form of 8 petal lotuses. It is not visible to the eyes and is a part of the body, thus on being instrumental and knowledge functions in the form of remembrance, etc. Treating the material mind and the knowledge as one, he believes that I knew by material mind.
Stop. So you see the 4 pillars of delusion. When we talk of wrong belief means delusion. So this delusion has 4 pillars. Can anybody say which are the 4 pillars of delusion? Sasikala ji.
Yes, sir.
What are the 4 pillars of delusion?
That passions, krodh, man, maya.
No.
Delusion. Oh, mithya. Delusion means moga, no?
Yes.
Moga, no? Raga, dvesh, no?
No. I-ness. I-ness or oneness.
Okay.
So soul and body are 2 different identities.
Sorry to disturb you. Which page? Just I'm using iPad. I could not.
In
Which page?
English it is 111.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Hindi?
Hindi it is 80.
80. Okay.
Prinal ji has come. If you could ask him to be the co-host. Prinal ji is there.
Okay, okay. Prinal ji, can you share the text if I make you a co-host?
Sure, sir.
Okay, I'm making you the co-host.
One second, sir. Which book was this, sir?
Moksha Marg Prakashak.
I've downloaded 2 books. One second, sir.
That from Dharma org, that site, atmadharma.com. Atmadharma.com, that book only we
It
are
was
following.
also shared in the group also.
Yes, it is there in our group.
Yes,
Sir,
I've taken
4 pillars, Ines.
Number, which one, sir? 100?
11.
111. Okay.
Sir, Hindi में भी बोलना please. हिंदी में भी बोलना 4 नाम.
So first one is ekatva buddhi.
हाँ.
I-ness or oneness. Okay.
हाँ.
The second one is mindness. Mamatva buddhi.
हाँ.
The third one is kartutva buddhi.
Okay, correct, sir.
Doership.
हाँ.
And the fourth one is bhoktutva buddhi.
I'm enjoying.
Enjoyer. Right? So these are the 4 pillars of delusion. Delusion rests on these 4 pillars. Okay? Wherever this exists, all the 4 exist together. It cannot be that you have oneness, I-ness is there in body, and at the same time you don't have mindness, doership of that body, or enjoyment of that body. It is all simultaneously there. If one goes, all the 4 will go. And if one is there, all the 4 are there. So that is explained here in these 3 paragraphs. The first paragraph describes the I-ness or the oneness. Okay. So from time immortal, the body and the soul are 2 different identities. Okay. And soul acquires one body, when that life is over, he acquires another body. So this has been happening since beginningless time. Okay. And every time he relinquishes the former modification, he assumes new modification. New modification here means new body. Okay. So, and that modification is a conglomerated form of bondage of the one self soul and corporal body. So that modification is a mixture form of soul and the body. Okay. So that human form, subhuman form, these are the modification. Okay. So, and corporeal body of infinite matter particles called atom. And I am this. Now, this feeling, I am this, is I-ness. Okay. So, this is the first pillar of delusion, I-ness or mind oneness. Okay. And I am this, such sort of I-ness feeling in that modification is found to this Jeev. And he himself is Jeev, soul. His intrinsic nature is knowledge, perception. So our primary function is knowledge, to know, and perception means to see. That is our primary function. But we don't remain limited to that. We go beyond that and establish oneness with external objects, with body, with passions. Okay. And because of this, the delusion persists. Okay. And the alien dispositions are anger, etc. And the color, smell, taste, touch, etc. are the nature of matter particles. Okay. So there are two characteristics here shown. One is the knowledge perception, that is the characteristics of the soul, and the alien dispositions like anger, then pride, deceitfulness, greed, and all the other quasi passions. Okay. So these are the modification of the soul. And color, smell, taste, touch are the nature of matter particles, Pudgal. All these characteristics he believed to be as his own nature. So two substances at one place functioning independently. And this Jeev believes that this is my nature. Okay. So here is the first cause of delusion, that is oneness or I-ness. Then second is mindness. The next paragraph. These are mine. This type of mindness feeling is found in them. In them means non-self things. I am the self, and all other things apart from me are non-self things. And these non-self things are mine. That is the second pillar of delusion. And he himself is a jiva, the increasing, decreasing states of knowledge, etc. Okay. So sometimes the knowledge increases, sometimes decreases. It keeps on fluctuating. It is never at one flow, it keeps on increasing and decreasing, etc. etc. means knowledge, perception, then we have delusion, and then we have the antray karma. Okay. So this keeps on increasing and decreasing. Okay. All these four qualities of the soul. And anger, passion, etc. are his modification. Okay. And the changing of color, etc. is the modification of matter particles. All these forms is believed to be as his own modification. This is my state. Such sort of mindness feeling is held by him. So this was about mindness. Okay. Oneness.
Sorry to disturb you. That you are told no for that etc. For that knowledge of the soul. What are that? Can you antraya? What is that?
So that were the four karmas: Jnanavaran, Darshanavaran, Moni, and Antray. So here
Okay, these
written knowledge,
Yeah.
etc. Okay. So knowledge,
Okay.
etc. means knowledge, perception. Then we have belief. Okay. And the last one is the antray karmas. That is dan, means donation.
Panch,
Gift. Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. And the labh is the gain. The dan, labh, bhog.
Yeah.
Is
Because the
one.
other four will not have any pull oil, nothing can be changed. Yeah, understood. Yes.
Yeah.
These
So
four only will have a variation. Yes.
then we have consumption, one-time consumption and multiple time consumption. Bhog,
Bhog, dan,
virya. Virya is power.
thank you, sir.
Okay. So all these keeps on increasing or decreasing. All these qualities of the soul. Okay. And anger, passion, etc. are his modification. So this are the modification of the soul, anger, passion, etc. And the changing of color, etc. So there again four qualities will come: color, smell, taste, and touch. So these are the qualities of the matter particles, atoms. All these forms he believes to be as his own. So two different substances having their own characteristics, and this soul believes that this is my own. Okay. This is my state, which such sort of mindness feeling is held by him. So this is the second flaw. Okay. Oneness, mindness. Now the third paragraph, both are covered. Doership and enjoyer. Karta buddhi and bhokta buddhi. So where he has got oneness, there he has got mindness, and there he becomes a doer and enjoyer. So all the four are interconnected. Further, there exists cause and effect relationship between the jeev and the body. Hence, whatever movement or action takes place, he believes it to be as his own. Why he believes such? Because of delusion. Okay. So because of wrong belief. So we are now just discussing wrong belief about the jeev and the ajeev tattvas. Perception, knowledge, sentience is one's nature, and the touch, etc., are material senses, which are parts of the body, are merely instrumental to his activity. So, soul and body both act as an instrumental cause for each other. If any activity in the body happens, then soul is the instrumental cause. And if any modification happens in the soul, then the body is his instrumental cause. This misbeliever, treating these as one with himself, believes that I touched by hand, tasted by tongue. He has taken examples of all the five senses. I touched by hand, tasted by tongue, smelled by nose, saw by eyes, heard by ears. Okay. So these are all examples of doership. Okay. And where hand is a material substance and I is the soul. And he is believing both to be as one because of delusion. Further situated in the heart is the material mind, made up of specific material particles called manovargana. So there are 5 types of vargana. Ahar vargana, that is related to food. Then manovargana, which is a function of the mind. Then ahar, mano. Then carbon vargana, karmic particles. Then we have tejas vargana, the shining part. And the last one is
Heat.
what is?
Yes, sir, for digestion and all using, no? Fire. Tejas, no? Light, Tejas.
Tejas vargana. And the last one is ahar,
I also have Tejas.
bhasha vargana.
Ah.
Okay. So these are the 5 types of things.
The fifth one is what one? I forgot.
Bhasha vargana.
Yeah, Bhasha, correct, Bhasha.
Bhasha vargana. So this material mind is made up of manovargana in the form of 8-petaled lotus. Now this, our omniscience God has given this knowledge, but the scientists are still not able to see it, even through MRI and all. This 8-petaled lotus, okay, which is our mind, material mind. Okay. It is not visible to eyes and is a part of body. Thus, on its being instrumental, the knowledge functions in the form of remembrance, etc. So we remember something just because we have got this mind, okay? And treating the material mind and the knowledge as one, he believes that I knew my material mind. I knew by material mind. So this is again an example of doer and enjoyer. He is mixing two substances, independent process as one. And that is because, and that is delusion only. Okay. Now going further, in every paragraph, you will find one of the 4 pillars of delusion. Either it will relate to oneness or I-ness, or it will relate to mindness, or it will be about doership or enjoyership. Now you have to tell me which paragraph is indicating what. Okay, Sasikala ji, you read. Further.
Further, when the desire of speaking arises, can you hear me? Is it
Yes,
clear?
yes.
Further, when the desire of speaking arises, then he vibrates his pradeshas, spatial units, in a way that speaking materializes, thereby owing to the instrumentality of common space occupancy relationship. The organs of the body also vibrate. Owing to their instrumentality, the Bhasha Vargana kind of Pudgalas, matter particles, turn into vocal words form. Treating all these as one, he believes I speak.
So now tell me which
Yeah,
one.
this is doership, no?
Not
I speak. I
so
speak.
who is
Doership.
speaking? Who is speaking? The Bhasha Vargana. Because of Bhasha Vargana, the voice is coming out, and he believes that I am doing that, or I speak, right? So that is a doership, right?
Doership, no, sir.
Yes,
Doership, no. Shall I continue?
Yes. So here just to understand one thing, that the desire of speaking, that desire arises in the soul. Okay? And because this soul and the body has, they are in the same occupancy, common space. Okay. So they have common space, occupancy, relationship, and they both are instrumental to one another. So desire is arising in the soul, and subsequent activity of the Bhasha Vargana coming out of body, coming out of mouth as words, that is a function of matter substance. Okay. So desire is in the soul, but simultaneously the Bhasha Vargana coming out of that body is again a matter substance. Okay. So both are independent. This is not happening because of these, and this is not happening because of these. Both are independent, but the timing is such that we believe that I am only talking. Right? I believe that I am only talking, but it is not that I am talking. Now, even I am explaining you. It is that what I want, I'm able to talk, Only what has to be come out, what words have to come out, that only come out. Okay. Sometimes I don't remember the word which I want to express. So there are everywhere limitations, but we believe that I am talking only, I am explaining only, like that. So here, this doership always go hand in hand, and this is again a pillar of delusion. Now next.
Further, the desire of making movement, etc. Action, movement, etc. means walking, all that thing will come. No? Action or acquiring, enjoying a thing etc. arises in the cell. Then he vibrates his pradeshas in a way that the desired action takes place. There, owing to the common space occupancy relationship, the organs of the body vibrate, then the action takes place. Or without one's desire, the body vibrates, then one's soul's pradeshas also vibrate. Treating all these as one, he believes, I make movements, etc. I acquire, enjoy the objects, or I have acquired, enjoyed it, etc. Thus, he believes in several ways.
Now, Rajeshri, what flaw is there in this example?
I-ness, mindness, oneness.
No, I make movement.
Doership.
Movement is an action of the body.
So
And
doer.
soul, the desire is cropping up in the soul only, right? So
Sure.
desire is in the soul, but the subsequent action takes place in the body. Okay. And he believes both as one, so he becomes a doer.
Doer.
Doer and enjoyer both. I acquire, enjoy the objects. Okay. So that is again, the objects are material substance and I is the soul. So in soul, the desires are rising and corresponding in the body, some actions are taking place. Both are independently, but the timing is such that it is happening simultaneously. So this soul forms this misconception that I am only moving the body, I am only enjoying, such belief, false belief he has, and that is delusion. Okay. So again here, doer and enjoyer example is this one. Now the next paragraph, Priyanka ji, you had some question in between, you were raising hand.
Jai Jinendra, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. About that speech question only, sir. The speech topic, that the previous paragraph.
Mm-hmm.
So, sir, the desire would arise in the mind, that eight-petaled lotus, no, sir? Or is it arising in the soul? Because I was thinking, like, we speak with the mind.
So
or
there are
like,
two things. One is material mind and one is the psychic mind. So psychic mind is the function of the soul and material mind is the function of the body. Okay.
Okay. So, sir, like,
So
this could be
psychic mind or knowledge is the same. So knowledge is
psychic
the
mind
attribute
of the knowledge.
knowledge is the attribute of the soul.
Yes, sir.
And because it functions through the psychic mind. Okay.
Okay.
So the psychic mind or the knowledge is the same. When we talk from the perspective of soul, we call it as knowledge. And when we talk from the perspective of body, we call it as psychic mind. Okay. So actually the knowledge is the function of the soul. Okay. So whatever functions that happens through psychic mind are all part of knowledge only. And that is the function of the soul. So the desire is rising in the psychic mind. That is the knowledge, soul. Okay. Knowledge
Okay.
of the soul. And simultaneously something is happening in the body. So both are
Okay.
independent, but it is happening simultaneously. So we believe that I am talking, I am making movement, I am enjoying. All these are false belief. Okay.
Sir, one
Okay.
line there in that, without one's desire, the body vibrates, then one's soul's pradesh also vibrates. That means, what is that?
So something happening in the soul has a
Ah.
corresponding effect in the body. Okay.
Hmm.
And something happening in the body has a corresponding effect in the soul.
Okay,
Because
okay.
both are instrumental to one another.
That is one.
Both are in the same space. Okay. But independent. Not a single part of soul has gone into body and not a single particle of body has gone into the soul. Both are independent, but both have a cause and effect relationship. Okay.
Sir,
Thing will be there, no? To sell the same place. Some one word is there, Hindi. Ek avahagana, something will say, no?
एक क्षेत्र अवगाहना.
Ek kshetra avahagana. That kshetra I forgotten.
So that is the word called common space occupancy relationship.
Okay. So, just to kind of clarify, so the desire arises in the psychic mind, which
That
is the
is,
soul,
yeah,
because of the instrumentality of Darshan Mohniya,
yes, correct.
right? And then our physical mind basically forms the thoughts and converts it into, like, gives the command. So I'm also trying to think like from the science perspective, like, you know, how a body, like the
Hmm.
neurological like impulses and all. So the parts of the body, that's how they move. And
Right.
sir, the other one I wanted to also clarify, you know, sir, bachpan se bolte na ki the mind is like here in the, like
हाँ,
between the eyebrows, or there they used to say bindi isliye lagate hai to protect it or something.
हाँ,
But so it's not true. The mind is not here, like on our
no,
forehead.
no. Mind
It's
is
in
not
the
there.
heart.
The physical mind is in the near the heart.
Physical mind is near the heart.
Right. But
Okay.
scientist has not been able to locate that. Even the MRI scans, it's not there. But here our omniscience God has given this description, Manovargana. Okay.
Okay.
Form of 8-petaled lotus. It is not
Okay.
visible twice and is a part of body. Thus, on its being instrumental. So it acts as an instrumental. Okay.
Okay. So, sir, that is basically similar to, that is what is giving command to the brain.
Yes, and that is whole function of the body only. Soul is only a knower, okay? But we believe that I am doing this, I am doing this. So that is where the delusion persists.
Okay, sir.
So two substances, one is conscious substances, another is the matter substance. There is no correlation. Only thing is both are happening simultaneously. So we form a impression that I am doing it. And there the instrumental cause would be the faith deluding karma.
So one last question. So I've seen some people, they have Maun Vrat, like they take like in a few, for
Hmm.
few hours every day, we
Mhm.
will not talk.
Right.
So sir, does that have anything to do with this? Like, you know, to reduce their,
So this example you can take that you can use that also an example that he has taken Maun Vrat for 2 hours, right? And for 2 hours he is not uttering any word. Okay. But what has happened actually, the soul is only a knower, right? And the body's function is like that, that for 2 hours no word will come out. Okay. Both are independent. It is not that I thought I will not speak for 2 hours, that's why words are not coming out. It is not like that. The desire is rising in the soul, and the body not uttering any word is again an independent thing happening. But both are happening simultaneously. Then I believe that, oh, I am only taking this Maun Vrat.
okay. So sir, if the desire is still there, like, you know, somebody came at the door, I
Hmm.
need to go and talk to them, but I am under Maun Vrat during that period. The
Right,
desire is there, but
right,
I'm not talking because I took that vow.
right.
So will I still get like that, I don't know, that karma bandh, because my desire is there, but I'm not doing it.
Yeah, but that is again happening independently. Now you go and open the door. Okay. You feel that I am going there and opening the door. But actually it is all function of matter substance only. The body is matter, the hands are
Yeah.
matter, the door that is being opened is again a matter. So it's just like you can take the example of a robot. How robo functions. It has been programmed and it is functioning. So our body is also like robo. It has been programmed. At what time where this body has to be present, it is present there only. It can never change. We can never change these independent functions. Sometimes you want to catch a flight and you think that I will start at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. But because of some packing and these and going on, you start at 1:30, right? Why? Because the body has to move at 1:30 only. So some causes coming in between and you are getting delayed and you start at 1:30.
Okay.
And you believe that हमने देरी कर दिया. So these are all wrong belief because of delusion. Independently happening, soul is only a knower. Okay. And this assumption that I am doing this activity is a false belief. And that
But
is what.
sir, there must be some doer for it, no? If we are doing something, action, if soul is only the knower, then the
Right.
body is doing the action, so body is the doer.
So yeah, body is the doer, matter substance is the doer. As
Yeah.
just as robo, when robo functions, now they have introduced the services of robo in restaurant. You know, you order it, the robo will come and deliver you the plates, right? Whatever you have ordered. So it is
Yeah.
all happening independently. There is nobody in the robo, there is no soul in the robo. So how
No,
it
but sir, but as a body, we
Hmm.
have got a soul inside us. If the
Right.
soul is a knower, then the karma attaches to the soul. Whatever we do as a body,
So the
but that
body
all
does-
is going to the soul.
So karma will be attached when you believe that I am doing, right?
Okay. Okay.
But
Yeah.
it is
but
happening
if you are not
independently.
doing, who is doing? You are only deciding. No, the
Huh?
who is deciding? आज चोरी करनी है तो
हाँ.
बॉडी थोड़ी चोरी करते है. तुम डिसाइड करते हो तभी ना. तुम्हारा सोल डिसाइड करता है कि चोरी करनी है, तभी तुम चोरी करते हो.
No, but he's saying the soul is only the knower. Soul is not doing anything. It's the body's action that is doing. So
Yeah.
when you come to that logic, yeah,
So as Aditi ji said right now that sometimes we give a slap to our kids, right? So but sometimes that let the kid come, I will just beat him, right? But by the time he comes, he enters the home, your mind changes and you don't slap him. So why? Because these things are not in your control. His punya uday is there. So even your mind, you have made up your mind that I will give a beating today, but you are not giving just because that action has not to happen. So it is not happening. And we believe that I didn't beat. So everywhere you just connect it to the belief. Okay?
सेम होता है ना सर. अभी मौन लेना है.
हाँ.
if there is a doer and okay, so same में मौन में तो कुछ करना नहीं, मौन में नहीं करना है.
Right.
So who is the doer of the action of नहीं करना?
It is happening independently. It
हाँ,
is
so then it is not my soul who is taking the mौन.
yes. And we believe that I have done a fasting, I
हाँ,
have taken a
हाँ.
mon. So here is the false belief. So that's why people do fasting and then they believe that they have done religion. But actually they have fostered the delusion, right? The delusion has increased. It has not decreased. It has increased because of this wrong belief. So this is the truth of all the activities that we do. And everywhere, this is the 4 pillars of delusion. Remember very well, I-ness, mindness, doership, and enjoyer. 4 things. Everywhere you can connect.
हाँ, ये इजी है. लाइक इफ यू से खाना बॉडी खा रहा है तो नहीं खाना भी बॉडी ही खा रहा है. मतलब नहीं खाना भी वो बॉडी कर रहा है. इट्स नॉट.
It is
बोथ है जो. हाँ.
It is independently happening. Now the food has not to go in the mouth. So sometimes you take food and it falls. तो नीचे गिर गया. Now we are not going to eat. So body को consumption नहीं करना था तो it गिर गया food नीचे. So these things happen independently. Somebody goes from here to say USA and there he expires. Okay. Now he was staying all his life here. Now suddenly he went to US and there his body has to go there and live. The soul has to leave that body in USA. So he has gone from here to USA and there he met with some accident or heart attack or whatever it is and he died. So independent nature, you see.
Sir, but when we fast, for example, there is a reason, no, that we don't want to indulge one in food. Two, we want to focus all our energy on meditation in the
So again, you have to apply here 4 expositions, right? So from Charnan Yoga, you are taking a fast. From Dravyan Yoga, you are an observer. From Karnan Yoga, it is because of the rise of karmas that these actions are being performed. right? And Pratman Yoga also you can relate to that. So 4 things happening simultaneously. Okay. But we only think of one activity and one exposition, and we believe that we are the doer. But everything is happening independently. That
No, sir,
independent,
because of Karmanuyog, that guy went to America. Because uska karam वहाँ लिखा हुआ था. So you had to finish it over there.
yes, yes. So, but in all this journey, the soul is only a knower. There is nothing beyond knowership that the soul does. Okay. So this you have to be very clear. This is number 8 supreme point of view. Okay. Number 8 ka nahi. Soul is only a knower. Okay.
So this is Charuna. No, this is Dravya Nuyog.
Dravya Niyog, right.
This belief is Dravya Nuyog.
Yes, Dravya Niyog, right.
Okay, and so in other expositions, that mind concept of being situated in the heart, so it's there.
Yeah, it is there. It is material mind. Material mind is there in the heart.
Okay.
But it is so subtle. I think scientists have not been able to recognize it, or whatever may be the reason. But this omniscience has seen it, and it has also given the description of 8-petaled lotus. It is in the shape of a lotus, kamal ka phool, like that. So that is the mind.
So any correlation with that heart chakra when people say like heart chakra?
No.
Bodies like 8 chakras that are invisible, you can't scan it.
Other dharma also says that.
Heart is also an organ, and material mind is also an organ of the body. That's all. There is nothing else relationship.
Even Vedantas are all
Material
believing.
mind is a instrumental cause for psychic mind. Okay. So if you are not a rational being, you will not have mind. So that 8-petal lotus will not be there.
The animals have it.
Some
Panchendriya, like
some animals are rational and some animals are irrational. And in one species also, like you take the example of toad, frog. So there are frogs which are rational minded, and there are frogs which don't have mind. Similar with snakes. There are some snakes who has got a mind. There are some snakes which does not have a mind. So in animals, this kind of variations are there. But human, hellish being, and heavenly being all have minds. All are rational beings.
the hellish means Nigod.
No, Narak.
Narak, sorry, yeah, Narak. Okay.
So Samyak Darshan can be manifested in any of the 4 state of existence.
So this is something which I think many of them would have experienced. Sometimes we say, apart from thinking from the mind, we have a different saying from the heart.
Right. Definitely. You don't want to utter something, some words, but it always comes out, in the heat of the moment and these and that. So it is all सामने वाले का भी पुण्य पाप का है उदय,
So basically, we have to understand that everything is a delusion, and
everything is happening independently that you have to set in your mind, and that is the correct understanding. This is not delusion. Delusion is that everything is happening independently and you are believing that you are doing it. That is delusion.
Right.
So this delusion is in form. Oneness or I-ness, mindness, then doership and enjoyer. 4 pillars of delusion. And these 4 are always existing simultaneously. If oneness is there, then mindness is also there. You may not relate it right now, but it is there in the belief system. Okay. So all these 4 exist together only. So we have to just identify what it is. Either it is oneness or mindness or whatever it is. Now coming back to the Priyanka, you tell me what is being explained here. Which of the 4 pillars is here? Further, when the passional disposition arise in this jiv.
I read it, sir.
Yeah, you read also and you give answer also of this paragraph. Next will be Prinalji, and then Chaitanya Prakash, you are on the line. I've not heard your word any of the time. You are always there in the class, but you never speak, right? Anyway, you start, Priyanka ji.
Further, when the passional dispositions arise in this jiva, then the bodily movements also become according to those passions. For example, eyes become red on the rise of anger passion, etc. The face becomes cheerful on the rise of laughter passion. The penis becomes stiff or erect on the rise of male sex passion. This misbeliever, treating all these as one, believes, I do all these acts, and the states of cold, warm, hunger, thirst, disease, etc., are generated in the body through their instrumentality, being overpowered by delusion. By he himself believes happiness and sorrow. Knowing all these as one, he believes the cold, etc., states of body, and the happiness, sorrow, as if all this has happened to him.
Which of the four
So,
causes of delusion are here in this paragraph?
so the laughter passion, anger passion, male sex passion, and
No. Between the
sorry,
four pillars of delusion, which one are being explained here?
so oneness,
And doership. I do
doership.
all these
I do
acts.
all these. Yes, doership.
So doership
Oneness.
and oneness is there in this paragraph. Okay. Now the next
Yeah.
paragraph. Inalji, you read and you tell me what is being explained in this example.
Sure. Further, because of union and disunion of the atoms of the body, or because of changes in their states, or because of cuts in the bodily parts, etc., one embodied self becomes physically obese, gaunt, lean and thin, etc., young, old, etc., or crippled, and accordingly one's soul's pradeshas get contracted or expanded. This misbeliever, treating all these as one, believes, I am obese, I am lean and thin, gaunt, I am child, I am old age, my these limbs have been cut, believes in such many ways.
So
So
which
this
of
is it's again you know I-ness.
I-ness? Good, very good.
Yeah,
Correct.
because I am obese, I am lean,
I am lean like that. Right.
I'm thin, I'm got old.
Basically, it was a function of the body, but this fellow
Yes.
believes that I am this. Right. Now the next paragraph. Who is there else? 1 minute. Aditi ji, I forgot you.
Sir, from further the gati.
Yes, this paragraph only.
Further the gati, state of existence, cool, race, etc. are found from the viewpoints of the body. Treating them as one's own, he believes, I am human, I am animal or plant, Tiryansh, I am Kshatriya, warrior, I am Vaishya, trader, and from the union and this union of the body point of view, birth and death take place, treating it as his own birth death. He believes, I took birth, I will die. Due to the relationship with the body only.
Just tell me what
oneness.
Oneness, good. Next.
Due
Continue.
to the relationship with the body only, he believes having kinship with other things. He treats them to be his parents who have been instrumental in giving birth to his body. To her who dallies his body amorously, accepts as his wife. To him who got birth by his body, accepts him as his son. To him who is beneficent, helpful to his body, accepts as his friend. To him who harms his body, accepts as his foe. Such sorts of belief are found in him. What
Now,
more to say?
Rajeshri ji, which one wrong belief here?
Doer, sir?
Mindness.
Okay, he
My
accepts everyone
parents,
as it.
Tone, yeah.
my son, my parents, like that.
Yeah, he accepts everyone as it.
Yeah. Next paragraph. Continue.
What more to say? He believes himself and the body as one in all respects. Here, the names of the senses, etc., have been described, but he is totally unaware of all this. Senselessly, he holds I-ness, feeling in the embodied form, paryai. What is its reason? The same is being explained now. This jeev is having sensory knowledge.
Sasikala ji, you tell me what is being explained here in this paragraph. Unmute yourself.
Yeah. This one, no, that I-ness, no?
Yes, oneness. Yeah, I-ness.
I-ness, oneness, same, no?
Same.
No?
Next paragraph.
Sir, also, okay, after last I'll ask. Carry on. That's okay.
Carry on.
This jeev is having sensory knowledge from the beginningless time. Due to that reason, the self who is non-corporeal, immaterial form, is not recognized by him. But the body which is of material form, that only is cognized by him. And it is the nature of the self to definitely possess oneness, feeling by knowing something as to be the self. Hence, so long as the self soul is not cognized as to be separate entity, till then he possesses oneness, feeling in their combined form of modification, embodied form only.
So in this paragraph, it is oneness. Okay, it's already mentioned here. Now continue.
There exists an uttermost cause and effect relationship between the self and the body. That is why the separateness discrimination is not cognized, and the thought by which the separateness is cognized cannot evolve owing to intense influence of wrong belief. Therefore, oneness feeling is found in the embodied form only. Further, sometimes on association of external things like wealth, etc., this jeev treats all these things as his own due to wrong belief. Although son, wife, wealth, grain, elephant, horse, house, palace, servant, etc., appear to be the self as distinctly different from the self and always not dependent on the self, even then he is a misbeliever and feels mindness in them. Sometimes such sort of hallucination about the sun, etc., arises that their existence is my existence. And due to wrong belief, the characteristics of the body, etc., are perceived only contrary to their nature. He believes transitory as permanent, separate as inseparate, cause of sorrow as a cause of happiness, sorrow as happiness, such contrary feeling generates. Thus, owing to the wrong belief of Jeev-Ajeev Tattvas, wrong belief persists. Wrong knowledge of Jeev-Ajeev Tattvas, wrong belief persists.
So because of this wrong belief, these things happen. Okay? He believes non-soul element as a soul element and soul element as a non-soul element. But in reality, both are separate. But he is not able to make out this difference, and because of that, he binds infinite karmas. Okay, Anantanubandhi Kashai. So this is the first of the 7 errors. First 2 of the 7 errors. Now the third in the sequence is about the influx. Wrong belief about the influx element. Who will read? Prinalji, you read.
Wrong belief about Asarva Tattva. Further, owing to the rise of Mohaniya karma, deluding karma, mithyatva, wrong belief, and kashais, attachment and aversion, passions, etc. Dispositions are caused in this jeev. He, the misbeliever, believes them to be as his nature, does not know them as caused by the rise of karmas. He believes perception and knowledge, upyog, and these influx dispositions, asarva bhavs, to be as one thing. Because their substratum is the same one soul, and the change of their modification happens on the same moment of time, therefore, the distinct nature of these is not comprehended by him. And he thought knowledge, which is the cause of realizing distinct nature, cannot evolve owing to the force, severity of wrong belief.
Continue.
These wrong belief and passions are found with restlessness, hence are distressing in the present and are the cause of karmic bondage. Therefore, will produce misery in future. He, the misbeliever, does not believe them so and knowing advantageous, indulges himself by engrossing in these dispositions. Further, he becomes miserable because of his own wrong belief and passions, and in vain considers others to be the cause of misery. For example, the jeev becomes miserable due to wrong belief, but considers that substance irksome which does not modify according to his belief. And one becomes sorrowful due to anger passions, but he considers that thing distressing, with which he got angry. One becomes miserable due to greed passions, but he considers misery being caused by not getting the desired thing. Similarly, one should understand in other aspects also. Further, whatever fluctuation of these influx dispositions take place, same is not cognized by him. Due to severity of these passions, one gets birth in the hell, etc. And due to mildness of these, one gets birth in the heaven, etc. There he experiences more or less restlessness, misery, but one does not cognize it to be so, and such those dispositions in flux do not appear to be bad. The reason is this, that those dispositions appear to be produced by him. Therefore, how to believe them to be bad? Thus, owing to wrong knowledge of asarva tattva, wrong belief is caused.
So you see, the cause of the this wrong belief, wrong knowledge is that two things separately, independently functioning, and he is not able to comprehend that. And because of only that, the delusion persists, and the wrong belief also is caused. And the end result is that he suffers from all kinds of misery. And the chief cause of this misery is his wrong belief about influx element. In this case, earlier we discussed about wrong belief about soul and non-soul elements. Now the next would be wrong belief about bondage. Okay. So everywhere you can connect oneness, mindness, doership, and enjoyership. Okay. This will relate in any of the four. And when one is there, the other three are also there. So it doesn't matter whether you consider it as oneness or mindness. This is for our understanding. We are just bifurcating each reasons so that everything gets imbibed in your mind. But actually, all the four are into play when the delusion is there. And when the delusion is not there, you will not have any of the four causes of delusions. Okay. So now the next topic, wrong belief about Bandh Tattva. And yeah, Rajesh ji.
Wrong belief about Bandha Tattva, bondage. Further karmic bondage of knowledge, obscuring, etc., type of karmas is caused by these influx dispositions, asarva bhavna. On rise of those karmas, decrease in knowledge and perception, evolution of perverse belief and passions, non-fulfillment of desired object, meeting with cause of happiness and unhappiness, continued association with the body, getting birth with particular gati, state of existence, jati, class of jeeves, body, etc., or obtaining of high low status takes place. In the causation of these, the prime cause is a karmic matter which he, the misbeliever, does not identify because it is extremely subtle in form, it is not visible to him, and that karma does not appear to him to be the doer, instrumental cause of these deeds. Therefore, in their occurrence, either he believes himself as a doer or someone else as the doer. And when he fails in determining the doer, creator to be either himself or someone else, then thoughtlessly believes destiny to be the creator. Thus, owing to wrong knowledge of Bandh Tattva, principle of bondage, wrong belief is caused.
So in this, you can just see the function of each karma. Decrease in knowledge and perception. This is because of knowledge obscuring karma and perception obscuring karma. Evolution of perverse belief and passions. Which karma is this one? Deluding karma, monia karma. Okay. Both faith deluding karma and conduct deluding karma. So because of faith deluding karma, perverse belief is there. And because of conduct deluding karma, passions are there. Then non-fulfillment of desired object. Which karma is this one?
Antray.
Antray. Good. Antray. Okay. And then meeting with causes of happiness and unhappiness.
Vedani.
Vedaniya.
Feeling producing karma, Vedniya karma. Then continued association with the body. Ayu, good. Getting birth with particular gati, Nam karma. Gati, jati, etc. And obtaining of high, low status, Gotra karma, takes place. So in one paragraph, it has given the functions of all the 8 karmas. Okay. So this is the kind of bondages that we do every moment because of wrong belief. Okay. Now, in the causation of these, the prime cause is the karmic matter, rise of the karma, okay, which he, the misbeliever, does not identify because it is extremely subtle in form. So we cannot see the karma's particles through our eyes because it is in very subtle form, okay. It is not visible to him, and that karma does not appear to him to be doer, instrumental cause. Of course, it is not the doer, but it isn't just an instrumental cause, okay, of these deeds. Therefore, in their occurrence, either he believes himself as the doer or someone else as the doer. So it is very easy to blame others. But when you blame other after having this knowledge, how can you blame others? Because other person are not at all related to you in any way. It is your karma that has come into fruition, and because of that, that fellow becomes an instrumental cause. So it is worthless to blame anybody. No external factor, no external person are a cause of our misery. Okay. It is our karma only that is the cause of misery. Now this karma we have taken in between just because to remove your vision from external factors. External factors are not responsible for anything in your life. It is your karma that has come into fruition, and that is causing all this miserable experience. Okay. So this is the purpose. Now, when you practice discriminative knowledge, the next level, when you go to the next level, we also eliminate karma, because karma are matter particles. How they can harm us, right? Then it is our passions through which we are experiencing sorrowness. Okay. Then from karma, we come to our passions. And from our passions, why do the passions rise? Because we forget ourselves as the knower. Okay. So in this way, from external factors to karma, karma to passions, and passions to self. This is the process of practicing discriminative knowledge. Okay. But in this particular scripture, Todarmalji has just brought the karma in between just to remove your belief from of external factors being a cause. Okay. So because of karma, now you see all the external factors, persons, objects as absolutely neutral. You don't have anything against anybody because you know it is because of your karma. They are just an instrumental cause. So this much discriminative knowledge has been practiced here. But I told you further also, from karma, we go to passions. We consider passion to be the cause, not the karma. And from passion, we go to the self, that because we forget ourselves, because we forget that I am a soul, I am only an observer, these passions arise. So when you believe yourself to be the soul, then the passion will not rise only. So initially it will be the first level of passion, Anantanubandhi Kashai, will not rise. Other three levels will rise, and gradually the second level will go. Gradually the third level will go, and then the fourth level will also go, and you will become complete detached. Okay, passionlessness, vitrakta. So this is the whole journey. But here they have taken only up to karma. And when he fails in determining the doer to be either himself or someone else, then thoughtlessly believes destiny to be the creator. So somebody said ki it is because of destiny, but it is not like that. Okay. So this is again a wrong belief. Thus, owing to wrong knowledge of Bandha Tattva, principle of bondage, wrong belief is caused. Now, wrong belief about Samvar Tattva. Aditi ji.
Absence of influx is stoppage somewhere. How can one effectuate the right belief of somewhere stoppage of inflow of karmic matter who does not correctly recognize ashram? That is influx. For instance, someone follows unwholesome conduct if it does not appear unwholesome to him. How would then he believe its absence to be wholesome? Similarly, Jeev, that is a mundane being, is engrossed in influx ashrav. If it does not appear harmful to him, how then would he believe somewhere to be beneficial which evolves in the absence of ashrav? Since eternity, only ashrav bhavs are found evolving to this Jeev. Somewhere stoppage of influx has never been evolved. Therefore, evolution of somewhere is not comprehended by him. On evolution of a somewhere, the spiritual bliss is produced. This is not believed by him. By somewhere, there will be no sorrow in future, is not believed by him. Therefore, he makes no effort for stoppage of influx, somewhere of asrav, and believing other objects to be distress causing, makes effort for their dissociation, but those are not under his control. He unnecessarily feels melancholic. Thus, due to wrong knowledge of Samvar Tattva, wrong belief is caused.
So you see, unnecessary is becoming angry, unnecessary is becoming experiencing anxiety. There is no cause. Just understand the independent nature of each things and identify the actual cause. And actual cause is the wrong belief. So in wrong belief about stoppage element, the main thing is that the influx is not beneficial to us. He is not able to recognize that. And when he's not comprehending that this influx is a cause of my misery, then how he will proceed to eliminate that influx? And to eliminate influx, he has to manifest stoppage somewhere. Okay. But when he does not feel asrav to be the cause of his misery, why he will indulge in removing that asrav? So the samvar will not manifest. Okay. And since eternity, because he has never manifested samvar, if he manifests samvar, then he becomes an enlightened soul. He becomes a jnani. Okay. But since eternity, only asrav bhavs are found evolving to this jiva. Okay. So from time immortal, soul, non-soul, influx, bondage. These four elements he is encountering. Somewhere Nirjara and Moksha he has never manifested it. Okay. So he knows only these four. Somewhere stoppage of his influx has never been evolved. Therefore, evolution of samvar is not comprehended by him. He doesn't understand that this is going to be the cause of my happiness. If I'm able to manifest this stoppage or samvar, then I will become happy. On evolution of samvar, the spiritual bliss is produced, happiness. Okay, this is not believed by him. By samvar, there will be no sorrow in future, is not believed by him. Therefore, he makes no effort for stoppage of influx and believing other objects to be distress causing makes effort for their dissociation, but those are not under his control. He unnecessarily feels melancholic. Thus, due to wrong knowledge of samvar tattva, wrong belief is caused. Now, 2 minutes are left, so we are not starting the next topic, Nirjara Tattva, but tomorrow we will finish this and then the nature of wrong knowledge. This is very interesting, the nature of wrong knowledge. We will again connect to that, what we discussed yesterday, that knowing, not knowing, wrong knowing, what are the causes. So in the first two, it is the jnana varan karma. If it is a case of purposeless elements, and if it is a case of purposeful element, then it will be darshan mohniya karma, that will also again discussed here in the nature of wrong knowledge. So that we will start tomorrow, but I don't know we will be able to finish it or not. Otherwise next week. Okay.
Wrong knowledge means that mithyatva, sir.
Mithya gyan, mithya gyan.
Mithya gyan.
Yes. Okay. निज निधि निज में बताई, यह अनंत उपकार है, उसके लिए जिन वाणी माँ को वंदना सत बार है, उसके लिए जिन वाणी माँ को वंदना सत बार है।